Three-dimensional printing is like magic, but it's real. Imagine drawing in the air and your drawing becomes a solid object. That's kind of what three-dimensional printing is. It uses a special plastic called filament. The printer heats up the filament and squirts it out like toothpaste. Layer by layer, it builds up a three-dimensional object. There are many different types of three-dimensional printers, but they all have one thing in common: an extruder. The extruder is the part that pushes the filament out. There are two main types of extruders: direct drive and Bowden. Let's learn more about these extruders and see which one is best for different three-dimensional printing projects. Understanding the differences can help you choose the right printer or upgrade. Imagine you're squeezing toothpaste. If your hand is right on the tube, that's direct drive. The force goes straight from your hand to the toothpaste. In a direct drive extruder, the motor pushes the filament directly into the hot end. Now imagine squeezing the toothpaste with a long straw attached. That's like a Bowden extruder. The motor pushes the filament through a long tube to the hot end. Both types of extruders have pros and cons, just like squeezing toothpaste with or without a straw. Direct drive extruders are great for detailed prints and tricky filaments. Because the motor is right there, it has more control over the filament. This means it can print fine details and sharp corners better. Direct drive extruders are also better at handling flexible filaments. Flexible filaments are like rubbery strings. It's hard to push them through a long tube. But a direct drive extruder can push them directly into the hot end with no problem. Overall, direct drive extruders are a good choice for people who want to print high-quality models with intricate designs or use special filaments. Section 4. Advantages of Bowden extruders. Bowden extruders have their own advantages. One big advantage is speed. Since the extruder is separate from the hot end, the printer can move faster without shaking. This means it can print faster overall. Bowden extruders are also simpler to maintain. Because the extruder is separate, it's easier to access and clean. This can be helpful for beginners who are still learning about 3D printing. While they might not be as precise with flexible filaments, Bowden extruders are great for everyday prints and large, less detailed models. Section 5. Comparison of disadvantages and conclusion. Direct drive extruders can be heavier on the print head. This can make the printer vibrate, especially at higher speeds. Bowden extruders with their lighter print heads are better for fast printing. However, Bowden extruders can sometimes have issues with retracting filament, which can lead to stringy prints. So, which is better? It depends on what you need. Direct drive is better for detail and tricky filaments. Bowden is better for speed and ease of use. For most beginners, a Bowden extruder is a great place to start. But if you want to print highly detailed models or use flexible filaments, you might want to consider a direct drive extruder.